Why would Tony, who's a rookie, get the last second shot and you put me out of bounds? That's what I mean, racial.
By saying a racial move, then you're calling Phil a racist.
I don't got a problem with that.
Do you think Phil was or is?
Oh, yeah.
When I first seen Scottie Pippen say Phil Jackson was racist, I thought he was tripping. I just made a video yesterday saying why would he be racist just because he didn't want Scottie Pippen to shoot the last shot. Phil said he wanted Kukoc to shoot it because he made a game winner on that same play earlier that season. And then Kukoc ended up hitting the game winner, so he looked like a genius for that play. So I'm like, nah, there's no way he's racist because of this. But then I seen Jeff just say the Phil Jackson one was kinda true. He seen Dom2K post racist things Phil Jackson said in the past on his Twitter. So I went to go check it out, and it turns out he wasn't capping. Back in the day, Phil Jackson wrote multiple things that were questionable in his book Maverick. He said white players are more often willingly to work patterns and work collectively. Because of the predominance of blacks in pro basketball, the sport is rapidly disintegrating into a one-on-one sport. There are only 5 or 6 NBA teams who play with more than a superficial degree of team unity. And when he was speaking about the Knicks, he said the starting front court played white basketball while guards played black basketball. He also said black kids growing up want to be the superstar of their neighborhood. They want to be the toughest kids on the block, the richest, or once they get to the playground, the best one-on-one basketball players. White players, on the other hand, usually are raised in a homogeneous environment which provides other outlets for personal expression. They're also constantly being taught the principle of subordinating their own personal glory for the good of the group. These comments aren't too racist, but it's definitely suspect. But I ain't gonna lie, I grew up in the hood and I've seen these things he's talking about. So he ain't lying like that, but at the same time, it's not only black people who's like that on and off the court. I pretty much seen every ethnicity do the same things he was talking about only black people do. He didn't stop there though. There's more quotes from him that was even worse. In 1999, he really had the nerve to say, I don't mean to say that as a snide remark toward a certain population in our society, but they have a limitation of their attention span. A lot of it is probably due to too much rap music going in their ears and coming out their being. And in 2005, when he was asked about the dress code, he said, I think it's important that the players take their end of it. Get out of the prison garb and the thuggery aspect of basketball that has come along with hip-hop music in the last 7 or 8 years. I can't believe he said all that. Oh man. I respect Phil Jackson as a coach, but I can't really look at him the same after seeing this. I listen to rap music all the time and I don't have a short attention span. Then to come for the way players were dressing is crazy. Just cause they weren't dressing with a suit and ties doesn't make them a thug. Now I see why LeBron don't like Phil.
I just don't believe that Phil Jackson would have used that same term if he was doing business with someone else, working with another team, or if he was working with anybody in sports that was owning a team that wasn't African American and they had a group of guys around him that he didn't agree with what they did. I don't think he would have called him a posse.
At first I thought he was overreacting a little to Phil using the word posse, but now seeing the comments Phil made in the past, it seems like he was really trying to come at Bron and his camp.
I have no wrongdoings from the Knicks organization. I don't know how they, we all know how they handled the Carmelo situation, but, I'm not a fan of Phil Jackson, though. I think you guys already know that. That's the past stuff, but he's not even here anymore.
When it comes to Phil, you just never know what's going to be said, what's coming out. And, depending on who's listening, people take it the right way or people take it the wrong way. You just never know when it comes to Phil.
But at the end of the day, I've seen worse comments.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot if you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people. You don't have to. You could sleep with them, you could bring them in, you could do whatever you want. The little I ask you is not to promote it on that and not to bring them to my games.
So I don't think he's a full-blown racist, but he's definitely a little racist for those comments. But let me know what y'all think about what Phil said in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more vids. Peace.